Hello everybody, Drew here. Tip of the Mitt Flips, where every 100 subscribers there is a giveaway. So if you're watching, make sure you're subscribed so you have a chance to win. I have 11 orders going out today for a little over $300. So back on track as far as weekend sales go. First thing going out is just listed this last week. It was a garage sale find, vintage Beacon electric patio light set. They look like lanterns. There's the box there. The picture does it better justice. I'm gonna clean those up a little bit. I took a picture, and when I was taking the picture, I wasn't gonna stop listing and clean it, but I made a mental note that, hey, maybe knock a little bit of the dust off these before you actually send them out. I took an offer on those because I paid $2, $29.99 plus shipping. I decided recently, sometime over the last couple weeks, that I need to stop with my stringent 20% off is my bottom cap type thing, which when I'm only sourcing from Goodwills and Salvation Armies and thrift shops, that makes sense because I'm paying way too much for the items to take any less. But garage sale season, I don't need to deal with that anymore because I paid $2 for that, even though I could have hung on to it for a couple more weeks and probably got another $10 to $15, maybe even another $20 on it. Just, I paid $2, take the profit. Take the profit. $2 into $30 in a couple days' time is good enough for me. And that will be my mindset going forward until fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, I will probably turn offers off. Fourth quarter, if you are not a reseller or you are a new reseller, it's a whole different animal. It's not even close to the same realm as the rest of the year. So again, I said a few videos back, probably sometime in July, end of July, somewhere in there, I'll make a fourth quarter specific video, things I do, maybe source some ideas on what other people do, that kind of thing, just to prepare for Q4. Next up, rare. If any of my listings ever say rare, it's because I copied a listing. I would never put that in a listing. Rare, antique, meat cleaver, kitchen, butcher, blah, blah, blah. It's a butcher knife. $28.99. That's from Ontario Knife Company, Old Hickory, right there. $28.99 plus shipping. That must have been on sale from the weekend. Next up, Pyrex 681C5. I think that's this little guy right here. 681C35. Let me double check, just in case that's not it. But I think it is, even though it's not completely accurate in the listing. But yes, this one right here, tiny one. I will be very, very sure before I'll look at the listing and double check on that. I'll zoom in on the picture, make sure it matches up. But if it's not that one, then I don't have that one. So let's just hope it is. $10.79 free shipping. It has to be that one because only that size got free shipping, and I don't have any others that size. And then we have Atari 5200 Black. It's the 2-port. This one also comes in a 4-port with 1 game, 2 controllers, the adapter, the power cord, all of it. And I put it as untested for parts or repair. I had all the things to test it. The controllers are beat up. The attachment, all that stuff. I looked up how much they were going for parts, and I said, not wasting my time. List it, get it out of here. Should have done that months ago. Like, many months ago. 6 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that. Would have been way better off. But also, game consoles and games, the market has skyrocketed since COVID. So I wouldn't have got $107.99. Also, this buyer is a drop shipper because they have been annoying me I think they bought it Saturday morning, and they've sent me 3 messages asking for tracking, and every time I say my shipments go out on Monday, I will upload tracking as soon as there is tracking to upload. So I don't know. They probably just send out that same message to all their purchases, their drop shipping purchases. But either way, it's going someplace far. They paid $85 in shipping. Not to me. They paid probably $20 to me, and then the rest goes to eBay for a global shipping program. And I don't know if I said, I always forget, $107.99 plus shipping. The next thing up, took an offer on this that was in that same realm where I had the item listed, I think for, probably close to 40 bucks, 35 bucks. I'm not remembering offhand, but I paid $2 for it, maybe, because it was in a bundle deal where I got less on the whole deal. So somewhere between $1 and $2, and they offered me 25 bucks. I didn't even counter. I said, what are you thinking? $1 to 25. That is the name of the game, Drew. So again, I have to put myself in the garage sale mindset where I'm paying much less per item. So I can take a lesser offer to get it out of here. Because what is it worth to me sitting on my shelf? Negative dollars, because I paid money for it. $25 plus shipping. Then after that, got 2 Alan Jackson cassettes. Right here. I think it's a greatest hits. Yeah, greatest hits and super hits. So it is 2 greatest hits albums. You know you've been making music a long time if you have multiple greatest hits albums. $13.49 free shipping. That'll go medium mail. It'll cost $3 or something, a couple bucks. Very cheap. All right. Then this also, same sale I got the bread loaf pan at. Vintage carborundum. Sure. It's a whetstone, sharpening stone file type of thing. Not in great condition. You know, pretty used, with the wooden handle there. And how I looked that up, because the brand on it is wore off, I just typed in orange handled file, and I found many of them. Sold that one for $15.99 plus shipping. This item made me happy. I had someone send me an offer, and they said, I just want, what it is, it's a vintage Pyrex 6-cup coffee pot percolator. It's the basket. Let me just grab it while I tell you the story. The basket that goes inside of a Pyrex Flameware percolator, which come in different sizes, but it's the glass part, and then there's a metal bottom, and there's also supposed to be a metal lid for it. And someone offered me, they said, hey, I just want the glass part. Would you do, and I think they said 15 bucks. I said, I would, but I can't do 15. I said, I think $19.99 is what I offered them, because for me to take the effort to take it apart, make a new listing, all the above, they said, and then they came back with, hey, we both live in Michigan. I said, that is the only reason why I am saying I might do it at $19.99. And they said no, or they didn't say no, they just didn't accept that offer. And then 36 hours later, someone paid full price, and it also is going international. So they paid $16.02 in shipping. So $26.99 plus shipping for that, which I think I have free shipping. So eBay gets $16.02 for global shipping program. I get $26.99 free shipping. That will go first class to Kentucky. So $5, something like that. This was, again, sometimes you gotta, I've said this before, best thing about being an eBay reseller is when I want to make a decision about how things are done, I do it immediately. Have a thought, I think through it, and I go, okay, I want to do that, implemented. So this was another thing where I took much less than I normally would. I think I had it listed for 60 bucks. Vintage Forest brand Excelsior Niblick, which is just weird. I don't know what that is, but a brand of some kind or something. Is it this one? Nope, not that one. It's this one. Yep. right there. It's a vintage antique hickory shaft. I'm going to stop shaking it around so much though. Golf club. And I got that one, I think 3 other clubs, maybe 2 other clubs, one still for sale. Golf bag. There was an antique tea bag in the golf bag full of antique teas, which apparently is also a thing. I sold all the things that were in it. It also had, right here, which I'm sure they used as their ball marker, but it had an ire, a 1D ire. I don't know what country that money is from, but, and I don't know if that's how you say it. It sounds Irish, Scottish, maybe, something like that. But all that stuff was in it. I paid $20 for the whole thing. I've made plenty of money on it. So $28 was their offer. I said, fantastic, get it out of here. Sounds good to me. $28 plus shipping. And then this item I've had for a long time. It's a classic Blackjack 21 electronic game. It's in the old system, so bear with me. All right, I thought I needed 2 hands to deep dive, but I forgot that this bucket is technically also in the old system. So it has all the smalls that were in the old system. But right there, sealed in the package. I was surprised how long this took to sell. I actually, when I bought it at Goodwill or some resale place, I listed it in the parking lot because I assumed brand new in package. I'd sold handheld units like that before that were used that sold fairly quickly. And it did not sell quickly. $11.69 free shipping for that. And then last thing up today, it is Vision Corningware 0.7 liter amber saucepan France. This one right here, which I just get the spider out, which my garage is full of spiders. I don't kill them, but I've been tempted today because there has been a lot, like a lot. I think it's because it's warming up outside, but there we go. Yeah, 0.7 liter France. Corning, Visionware, Amber, $22.49 plus shipping. That's all the sales for today. Not a terrible packing day. The Atari is going to be kind of a pain just because it's bulky and there's a lot of extra stuff to go with it. But I'm sending it FedEx, so that gives you a lot of extra wiggle room where USPS does not. If you go over on a size or a weight with USPS, your shipping costs are extraordinarily higher than you expect. I did get the record player hooked up. There's nothing wrong with it, but I already want a better one. The plate, the platform, I don't know what you call that. I think it's called a plate. It's wobbly, which I looked up and I was like, okay, how do I fix this? Or is that a problem? And what I could find from my very, very short amount of research is that it's common to have some wobble. As long as it's not making your record skip, it's nothing to worry about. But this seems extreme compared to, because they're talking about in millimeters, and mine seems to be a little worse than that. Also, it's a little chintzy. I can tell. Just not a great build. And if I'm going to have something that I use, I want it to be a little more quality. So I'm going to use it for now till I find a better one to replace it with. And then I'll sell this one because it's fully functional. It works great. It's just, I can tell I would like a better one. And I'm sure I'll come across a better one at some point. Now, I did start testing the records a little bit. This is staying in my collection. That's not going anywhere. Purple Rain, that's definitely it. But then this one, I'd never heard of a Jonathan Edwards before, but I liked it. I was jamming out to that. It unfortunately plays like crap. It's terrible. It's very scratchy. Might have been a poor recording in the first place. Had a skip in there somewhere. So unfortunately, I might add that to my Spotify, but as far as keeping that record, I'll put it for 10 cents in a garage sale because if somebody wants to pay 10 cents for it and have a plays but not great album, that's theirs to have. Or I might donate it, but I don't want to donate it because then it's gonna go into a place and they're gonna put $1 on it, and then someone's gonna pay $1 and be very disappointed. Where at a garage sale, I'll go, hey, that's 10 cents because it does not play well. I can warn them before they buy it. Something else I bought were these. I found these at Salvation Army, and they're just cardboard, but they're like a shelving unit type of thing, where I think they will fit perfectly on, and I paid $1.99 each for them, but I think they'll fit perfectly on shelves. I could stack 2 of them possibly, or just put 1 on each shelf. And my plan with that is, it's just nice to, like, all these small things, I could layer them up, and it adds a little bit of space, but also just gets them apart from each other. You know, where when you're looking for stuff, it's a lot easier if it's still on the same shelf. My labeling wouldn't change any. I wouldn't add a bunch of custom SKU numbers to get to the exact same one, but I would know that my smalls are in this thing, and I could, you know, if you watch Shed Flips, it's a YouTube channel where it's a resale YouTube channel. He has one called The Cube, and it's just a place where you stick small things, and if it ever, you know, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18, that's 18 spots where I could have smalls in it. And I assume that if I have 18 things in there, something's going to sell, and it'll rotate fairly quickly. I think it's just, I thought it was a great pickup. I'm actually pretty excited about it. Probably more excited about it than I should be. Also, shelves, I'm hoping come in this week. At the very least, I hope I get them here so that I can start working through switching everything over to the new shelves. Because I need to not finish the garage, but finish what I have so far planned for the garage, which is this unit here needs to go over there in that far corner. And it's going to become my testing area, because I've done what I would call, not a mistake, but something I'm going to change, where my testing area is overlapping with my collection area, my personal collecting, usable, stereo, stuff like that area. And I need to make those 2 separate things. I need to have one area where it's for testing. I plug things in, everything is just accessible to quickly test. Whereas this area, I'm having to unplug things I use to test things, and I don't need that. But also, once this is gone, then my desk for my office will come down here, and my computer will come down here, and then this unit, actually, I think I'm going to rotate it this way, so it'll be desk here, and then this will be directly behind me, and I think that will allow for more storage, shelving. At least I think it'll make for an easier workflow as far as bringing stuff in from a weekend or from a haul. What else was I going to accomplish? I do still need to get this. I'm going to take this down and get all of this out. This is actually wood I need. It's salvaged trim from when I gutted my house. Had fantastic trim through the whole house, because the house is 130 years old or something. So it had really great trim work that would cost you, I can't even imagine how much it would cost right now. But I just need it out of here. I don't need it staying there. That's not helpful. And I need to insulate above it still. It's summer now. Today is the first day I have not had to fire up the heater. That's a big plus. It was not warm. I think when I came out here, it was 58 degrees. It is now 62, 63, something like that. But it's almost 70 degrees outside. That is the big plus with the cement floor in the garage. Keeps the temperature down on the very hot days. In the winter, not so great, but in the summer, it's awesome. And one last story, which will be connected to the tip of the day. Had a buyer who bought a Xbox from me. They bought an Xbox, 4 gigabyte. No external hard drive. I don't need to put that in the listing because I didn't sell them one with an external hard drive. I sold them a 4 gigabyte Xbox. They messaged me saying, "You're a scammer, blah, blah, blah. This has no hard drive." They took a picture of the inside. And I said, well, if you are unhappy with the purchase, you are welcome to return it, but you will have to pay return shipping. And that's my tip of the day. I'm not telling you how to run your business, but how I run my business is I do not offer free shipping. And the reason is for things specifically like that. because if I did offer free return shipping, that person would have just clicked on return item. They would have gotten a return label that I would have to pay for, and they would send the item back at my cost for an item that works perfectly fine, is exactly as described. They just made a mistake. And I was very cordial, but upfront. Like I say many times, make sure in your messages that you make it clear to Big Brother, to eBay, that both parties are aware that the item got there safely and that the item got there functioning and as you described it. So I kept saying things like, I'm sorry that you are dissatisfied with your 4 gigabyte Xbox 360 console only, but if you'd like to return it, there's nothing wrong with it. You will have to pay return shipping. And then they cursed at me and sent me nasty messages, which furthers my case if he or she tries to make some type of case or negative feedback with eBay. And the only drawback to that is when a return is opened, eBay holds those funds until it's resolved. They just hang on to them. So I have $78 or something just that eBay won't give me, which is whatever. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. But just always at least consider it. You will not be eligible for Top Rated Seller Plus. That is the only drawback. But times like this make me not care. There are some times where I'm like, okay, I got to run the numbers. Is it worth the extra amount, blah, 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 blah. But in my mind, no. Because I'd rather lose out on the money than have people like that be able to take my money. Because that's the thing. They're taking money from me because they made a mistake and they want me to correct their mistake. If I make the mistake, I am all over it. I'm sorry. Would you like a partial refund? If not, yes, please return it. I will refund your money as soon as I get the item. Blah, 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 blah. Anything like that. I will go above and beyond. I am sorry, I made a mistake. But in the other cases, no, tough luck, man. You know, it's in the listing. 4 gigabyte hard drive, console only. You know, they just probably changed their mind, which is not my fault. I don't care. If you want to return it, you eat the $20, $25 return shipping, not me. I'm not in that. I've worked in too many jobs where customer's always right. No, customer's wrong most of the time. I'm not doing it. I'm not in that realm. The kicker to that, I don't know if I hope I'm not repeating this story. If I did, sorry. Tell me in the comments if I've already told this story. That would be quite embarrassing, but funny. Funny to you, hopefully. Funny to me, definitely. I reached out to eBay and just to say, hey, this person is trying to return it, blah, blah, blah. And they kept telling me, just accept the return. No, they didn't say just accept it. They said, I advise you accept the return. And I said, no, I'm just trying to let you know that I'm going to be covered under eBay seller protection. And you, eBay, are going to have to pay for the return shipping if this person returns the shipping. I just want to save you money. I want you to work out in this scenario. Just trying to be a good user of eBay. And they said 3 times, I suggest or I advise you accept the return. And on the 3rd time, I said, that's not going to happen. If I click the button that says accept return, it literally says, when you check the box, I accept the fees, or I am approving the cost of return. It literally I'm making an agreement by checking that box and saying, okay, I'm making an agreement with eBay that I will pay the return shipping. So now even if it gets here and I try to make an argument, eBay could just say no. Like, no, you accept the return, you got to eat it. Because that's what it says in your eBay platform. So again, are trying to be Amazon. They are not Amazon. Stop trying to be Amazon. It's the dumbest thing ever. Amazon exists. Amazon's over there. Be eBay over here. It's really stupid. People, whenever I say stuff like this, are like, oh, well just use Macari or something. No. People use Macari. I know they do, but I don't know. I think Macari sucks. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not a fan. I do, every once in a while, I'll use it for, like, there is an item that I did not know. I was unaware. Where did I put it? Yep, right here. This, right here, I didn't know what Scrimshaw was. It says American Scrimshaw. I was unaware what that was. I was having trouble finding comps, and so I, just like any other belt buckle, if I can't find comps, $24.99 free shipping. That's my general idea. And then if somebody wants to make an offer, sure, I probably paid $1 for it. But belt buckles, that's kind of $19.99, $24.99. That's right in that range for antique or vintage belt buckles. Turns out Scrimshaw, I know I'm going on a tangent here, but it's my channel. I'll do what I want. Scrimshaw, what Scrimshaw is, it turns out, is bone, like whale bone, I guess, or fish bone of some kind. And so I guess this part that looks kind of like ivory is possibly whale bone, and that is in the category of ivory. It's illegal to sell on eBay. Perfectly fine. They closed it down. That's when I did a little more research, like why? It's just a belt buckle. Turns out Scrimshaw, what that means is possibly whale bone, because it could just be fish bone, and then it doesn't matter. But if it's whale bone, apparently that makes it illegal to sell on eBay. But that's the type of thing that I might put on Macari. I've done that before, where I still want to sell it, but I don't know, probably not with that. The last time I did it, it was actually with one of these, which you can find on eBay all the time. Corningware, Cornflower Blue, Percolator. There's a recall from like the 70s because I guess the glue lets loose in here and the pot will separate from the handle. But I've sold 4 of them on eBay and 2 of them off eBay through Marketplace because they pull them down. But I've had 2 pulled down, so I think at this point, anything more than that is too risky. So I'm probably, I think that one might still be in my store, because that's the weird thing. I've had before where I had 3 listed and they only pull 1 of them off and say, hey, these aren't allowed. It's really, their auto removal system is not great. But I don't want to risk that again because I've listed it too many times, listed other ones too many times, and they will sell locally. I have sold them locally, even in my small market that I can sell locally. That's the problem with Marketplace in my area, small population. Because I didn't really want to list these drivers online. I don't mind doing golf clubs, but with drivers specifically, the box gets a little too bulky, and unless I have actual golf club boxes that I can get from Dunham's or a local sports store or something like that, they're a pain to pack, like a big pain. Whereas other golf clubs, irons and putters and stuff, they usually fit in a priority tube mailer, so they're no problem to pack. So the drivers I listed locally, thinking golf season was starting up, maybe I can get rid of them that way. But it's looking like I might still have to list them on eBay anyways. That's still up in the air. So at this point, I'm clearly rambling. It is Monday, so I have golf today, so I need to get these things packed up so I can actually get out of here. So that's going to be all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Subscribe, share, and be good to each other.